Now then, pirates and things. I better explain first of all what we mean by pirates and things, because it's something that it causes a lot of confusion for start off. Perhaps we'll start by saying that there are various websites around that share files. By files it can be records, movies, even Udemy courses. And there are people around who will go to Udemy, grab your course, download it. Yes, I know that's not possible and not allowed, and I certainly don't advise it. It is one of the options, but I advise you don't. But as everything on the internet, people can do that. They can download your course and they can put it up onto these file sharing sites, and it's annoying. There's no two ways about it. And we need to fight it. Now, fighting it, you can issue DMCAs and goodness knows where else. I'm certainly not going to get involved in that, because there's a clever thing you can do, and that's to beat them at their own game in a nice, easy way. Here's what I do, and I need you to follow it through and see exactly how it works. When I first launch a new course, there's a lot of interest, and there is with anybody launching a new course. There's lots of interest, and quite often you'll give away some vouchers on the private Udemy Studio, which at the time of this recording has got close to 20,000 members. So a lot of black hat people, as they're known, people with these sharing sites, they join the Udemy Studio and such like. Very easy to do. You just ask Udemy, can I join the Udemy Studio? On Facebook, and they do. And then as soon as a new course is announced, they grab one of the free vouchers and they post the free voucher to their site. And other people, what they do is they go in and use the free voucher and download it, look at me. What I do when I launch a new course is I don't put up all the lectures in the first week. Obviously, you've got to have enough lectures there that the course makes sense. You can't miss out bits. But I do a coming soon and other lectures coming up. I let that run for a week, and then if my courses are stolen, and it is theft after all, then yes, occasionally I'll issue DMCAs, and Google is very good at the moment. I've issued hundreds of those so that they don't appear in Google listings, and it's perhaps something we ought to chat about separately. And I will do that, but it's a separate thing from this course. Now, what I do after about a week, I know that a lot of my lectures for a particular course are on these file sharing sites, these black hat sites as they're known. Now, what we want to do is the users of those sites aren't generally, people that will go around stealing, knocking grannies on the head and so on and so forth. They tend to be ordinary people. They go to the search engines, they see the course, and they say, oh, it's available for here for free. Now, the problem is a lot of these sites, the actual downloads are virus-ridden and got all sorts of things in there, but people don't think about that. So we can use that to our advantage. What you do, you launch a course, and after about a week, what you do is you add all the other lectures, or in my case, I'm adding lectures all the time, but you add some extra lectures. You also go back to your course and you rename some of your lectures, change the wording around. If you can, move the order of the lectures around and so on. The reason this works very, very well, and I promise you it really does because I see it in action all the time and every time I launch a new course and ongoing, is that what happens is people go to see your course on Udemy and think, oh, I'd like that course, and then they go and search on Google and whatever, see if it's available. Now, if Google is still listing the site on the black hat site, they'll go along. What happens very quickly is that these people on the black hat sites, they've listed your site, they've listed the lectures, and they've often listed the titles of the lectures. And let's suppose you launch with 10 lectures, but you've actually got 15. First thing they see is that your course is 15 lectures. This black hat site has only got 10, so immediately, hackles raised, what's going on here? The other thing is that the titles don't agree with what your course is. So that confuses the people who are, at the end of the day, stealing, going to download your course for free. They get panicky about this, and they often comment very quickly, this isn't the real course, the lectures are different, the number of lectures are different, the titles are different, and so on, and they warn everybody, be aware this must be a virus-ridden site. And then what happens is that people come back and, hopefully, they come back and buy the proper course from you, and they also don't look on these black hat sites anymore. Now, a very simple enough thing to do, just needs a little bit of thought, and it's easy enough to do. So when you launch a site, certainly for your first week, and certainly if you're giving away some free coupons in the Udemy Studio, then don't upload all of your videos at once. when you put a course to review for the first time with Udemy, you can't have any not ready things. You can't have sort of placeholders in, say you'll do this later. So you have to miss them off altogether. You can't even put what I call the green strips in, where your titles are behind the scenes. If you've not seen behind the scenes, you won't understand that, but just bear with me. It comes up like a green sign, green strips. Horrible green, but still. Drives me mad when I'm staring at it. But you can add some more lectures, keep them just on your computer, add them about a week later. Change around the order of your titles and change the names of your sections and of your lectures. That confuses the life out of the pirates. They can't bother to go back in. They're moving on to the next big shiny object on the internet. Not interested in yours anymore. And if you put your title of your course into Google and look for black hat type sites, you'll see lots of people saying, hang on, this isn't the real course, this must be virus, the title is different of the lectures, the number of lectures and so on is different. So that makes quite a difference. I think I'd better mention here, while we're going on about this, is about Google. And it's quite interesting. It's a difficult thing to do, but very easily these days you can issue a DMCA takedown against Google if somebody's pirated your site. I can't, for obvious reasons, and different countries have different systems, but if you Google, you have to Google DMCA Google or Google DMCA. But you can't put inverted commas when you're doing an audio thing like that. You have to Google, open inverted commas, Google DMCA closed. Inverted commas. Yes, I get myself confused there. There's a very simple thing on Google, and you can do it all online, obviously, and you can have those links removed very, very quickly, so that's another thing to do. And I've had a company do that recently. I'm not going to recommend the company because I didn't particularly like the company, but you can do it yourself quite easily. The other thing that you can do that's very important, and perhaps the last part of this section I want you to think and remember, is that, and it's the easiest way, if you search for your course and you see it on black hat sites, stolen sites or whatever, and then you send an email to copyright@udemy.com. Send them a list of your course on Udemy. Send them a list of where the sites, where your course is appearing on stolen sites and other sites and so on and so on, any copies and things that are around. And I don't want you to be thinking this is some massive problem, but it is something people get a little bit cheesed off about. You've done all this work. You know, people are always going to steal stuff online. You know, people steal sweeties from shops and things. They download videos when they shouldn't. I'm not condoning it as a creator myself. I think it's awful, but we're going to do is fight back the best way we can. So if you just drop an email to copyright@udemy.com, give the details of your video, give a list of the URLs where it's appearing, and just written confirmation. I confirm this is my own original work, and sign it with just your normal, just your name on the email. They will work very quickly, and they have actually an outside company that they retain on, I would guess, quite a high fee, and they will take all the pirate sites down and take all the links and so on down, and they do all that for you for free, because obviously it's to their advantage as well of yours. So 3 ways there to fight the pirates. First of all, get your own back in the start. Don't give everything away at first and change your titles around. You can DMCA and Google, that's very quick, but also copyright@udemy.com, and they will do that for you. Fight the pirates, make money. Money.